Y'all, this is my opinion about the R.Kelly situation and him going to jail. And it's just is my opinion. This is just my opinion. That's how I'm gonna leave it. I feel like all the women that was involved with R.Kelly knew what the hell they was getting themselves into. Like, y'all been listening to his music for decades. Y'all thought he was a nerd? What y'all thought he was? He let everybody know in his songs that he a freak. So if you got what happened to get with R. Kelly and it's going not the way you want it to go, why wouldn't you just leave? I'm confused. Like, I've been in the worst of worst relationships. And at one point I just left. So the girls there, the women that stayed, why didn't they just leave? I don't understand. Like, the only person I really heard that he stalked was his wife. That's the only person I heard that had to get a restraining order against him because he was stalking her. Other than that, I've never heard him stalk nobody else. So all these women crying about what R. Kelly did, how he did it, what he did. Now, granted, if he did something that was spontaneous and like you didn't like it, I would have got up out of there on him. Like, I would have been like, I just feel like you got to know what you're getting yourself into. If you get with R. Kelly, you know you finna do some freaky stuff because that's what his whole persona is about. So how can you be with him and then after you leave or whatever, you get out of it, you cry wolf? Like, I don't understand that. And, they convicted him on all charges. I just feel like, and it is what it is. He did what he did. And that, like I said, I'm not condoning R. Kelly's action. I'm not condoning nothing he did. I'm not condoning that. I'm not saying what he did was right. What I'm saying is, as a woman, you have to be the leader of your own ship. When I was in an abusive relationship, yeah, I was scared to leave. But at one point, I just did it. It was either I'm going to leave or, to be honest, I'm going to die. Either one. Either I'm going to leave or I'm going to die. I'm going to be hurt or whatever. And I felt like my family is more important than anybody. So when you was with him and he was moving funny or moving the way you ain't want to move, you know what made them women stay? Money. That's what make women stay, is money. And that was the same situation with R. Kelly. Those women stayed because of money. When the money started getting low, that's when they started crying wolf. And I just don't think that's right. Everybody got to... So at the end of the day, you got to be the leader of your own ship. If you didn't like the way R. Kelly was treating you or whatever, and I understand, I've been in a domestic abuse situation. I've been in two of them. Two of them physical and one of them that was mentally and verbally. So at the same time, I've been in those situations. Is it hard to leave? Yeah, it's hard to leave. But it was easy for me to leave because none of the guys I was with had money. So I was up out of there. But not saying that I would have stayed because he had money, but I might have would have stayed a little longer if they had some money and they was paying some bills. And that's what those women did. So at the end of the day, I felt like everybody could have left. At one point, everyone he was with left. Everybody that he was with left. They might have not left within a day or 2 days, but you were still able to leave. He didn't have handcuffs on nobody. You were still able to leave. So the fact that he's going to jail for that, I feel like, okay, why did people wait so long to convict him? Like, he's been like that forever. R. Kelly is old. R. Kelly like 50 something probably. So if my thing is, why did you wait so long to convict him of that? I mean, like I said, I just feel like everybody should be accountable. The parents who left their kids with him, the girlfriends who thought they was going to get more than what they got. I just think everybody should be accountable, not just R. Kelly going to jail. He was the ringleader, of course, but I just feel like it's just not fair. I feel like now again, when I was in that situation, yeah, I pressed charges. Yeah, I got a restraining order against the guy that was abusing me or whatever. Yeah, I acted right away though. I didn't wait until years later and be like I acted right away. When I felt my life in danger, I went right and got a restraining order against him. Could he find me? I was in a safe house for like 6 months, so he couldn't find me. I mean, I feared for my life for a while, and then after that I felt like I was okay, because we got to a point where he apologized for his action. I don't think R. Kelly was about to kill nobody. To be honest, I don't think he was about to kill nobody. He just was a freak. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's unfair. And I feel like as black people, we convict our kind more than the other races do. Now, the other races have had their icons be child molesters, abusers, drug addicts, just everything in the book. But what they don't do is they don't convict their kind. Their celebrities, the people they like music or whatever, they keep that stuff quiet. If they go to jail, it's because of something they did. You know, like, meaning like they didn't committed too many of them. They didn't went to jail too many times for whatever they went to jail for. But I feel like we was really the force behind R. Kelly going to jail. Other than himself, I feel like we added fuel to the fire. Let's just be honest. They made a whole documentary. When have you seen other races make a documentary talking about what the person has done? Like, yeah, they might be bits and pieces in there. The person probably be dead or whatever, but we made a whole documentary while he was still alive. Like, what? I feel like we just convict our kind and we just turn our back on them, and then we just and you know, other races see that. Other races see how we treat our kind. They see that. And they don't understand, like, they be for their people. We are the only race that be against our people. And I just feel like to acquit him on all charges, I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's right. And that's just my opinion. I feel like, again, if he go to jail, some other people need to go to jail too. If they was victims or not. Because at the end of the day, I feel like they could have left. Just like I left. They could have left too. Everybody could have left. And then if you felt so hurt and healed, so hurt, and you know, you felt like he ruined your life, or you know, it's something that you couldn't bear with what he did, then go ahead and get therapy, or go ahead and maybe press charges against him if you feel that way. But do it right away. But don't wait years and years go past and then all of a sudden want to say, oh yeah, let me go ahead and press charges on him because I felt like I should have got more out of him, or however the situation might have been. And I just think that that's just wrong. And that's just my opinion. I like R. Kelly. I've been liking R. Kelly music for a while. To be honest, I never cared about his personal life. I never wanted to get with R. Kelly. I never sought out R. Kelly. I live in Chicago. I'm in the same era as him. I've never thought to sought out R. Kelly, none of that stuff. If I ever met R. Kelly, it was probably going to be a high and a bad, because I don't really care about his personal life. I just like his music. So at the end of the day, I just feel like everything that played out for R. Kelly is just wrong. That's just how I feel. It's just wrong. I just feel like he didn't receive at the end of the day, I feel like it was just unjust. And I feel like all the charges he shouldn't have got charged with everything. Everything. I just don't feel like that. Again, that's my opinion about it. I am kind of upset about the whole situation, again, about R. Kelly, and it just is what it is. At the end of the day, we as women, we have to also look within ourselves. What is it that we could have done different? What is it that we could have maybe made our life a little better had we left? We as women, we stay way too long. Everybody has stayed way too long in a situation they should have been left in. I have too. We do that. We do stay too long. Those women stay way too long. And then all of a sudden want to cry. His wife stayed way too long. We didn't even know he had a wife for years. She stayed way too long. All those women stayed way too long. So at the end of the day, we have to hold ourselves accountable for things too. Had I stayed in my abusive relationship, I wouldn't probably even be here, or I wouldn't know where I would be at. To be honest, I don't know where I would be at, but I was the leader of my own life. Nobody is going to take over my life. Nobody. So at the end of the day, if you come in my life and you're treating me a certain kind of way, I don't like it, I'm going to leave. So you have to have some kind of strength behind you. You got to have some kind of strength behind you as a woman. You can't be weak out here. All those women that he was with was weak. They was weak women. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't like what he was doing, leave. Leave. He wasn't finna kill you. He R.Kelly. He R.Kelly. He wasn't finna kill you. Leave. So those women, all of them was weak. Weak women. They was weak women. So at the end of the day, us as women, we have to get a little stronger, and we have to take accountability of our actions and what we could have did better, instead of always blaming somebody else. I had to learn to stop blaming somebody else, because at the end of the day, it's my life. It's my feelings, my relationship. It's all on me. So quit blaming other people about what happened or how it happened. You have to find some strength from somewhere, and you have to take control of your own life again. And I sympathize for those women, because that's a lot of healing you got to do. I'm still healing, and then it's been about 5 years and I'm still healing. So I get that. But at the same time, I feel like they should be accountable too.